Now let's go into objects, and let's generate a QR code. So your domain name. You could also add your phone number. You can also add your address. Then you can change the color from here. If you don't want it to be black, you can change it. But if you want to be black, you can just click on OK. So make sure that nothing is selected, because if you do that, it will go and hit OK. Let's put it somewhere here, and this is good for me. Let's hit W to preview, and then I want to add some things like the telephone number. So here I will use Illustrator because I want to go back and forth, and then so I want to go back and forth and be adding this. So because I told you that if you use Illustrator, you can change the colors of what you want to use. Okay, but if you decide not to use Illustrator, you cannot change the colors. So always make sure that you use Illustrator so that you can change the colors. So right click, I'll go to edit, copy, then come back to InDesign, and then come to edit, paste. Okay, there we go. So we can bring the summary over here, and then since we copied from Illustrator, we can change the colors. So you can just come over here, and then you can change the color to this, and we are good to go. If we just brought it in as a PNG file, you couldn't have changed it. Okay, so that's what I'm trying to say. So you should always make sure that you use Illustrator. That's the reason why it was designed. They all have their work. Okay, they all have the work that they have to do. That's why it was created. I want to add a phone number, and like that. Then we drag it somewhere over here. Now let's go back into Illustrator, and then we want to copy our website. Okay, so we have it here. We come and select it over here, edit, copy, then you come back to InDesign. So come into your swatches and then change the color to this, and hold Ctrl Shift. So make sure that you align these things. Okay, make sure that you align them, because I don't want to be wasting much time. And the text format that we are using, make sure to use the same text format. Okay, now let's add our location. So you can add different things to it. Okay, you can add different things to it depending on what you wish to. So you have to check the distribution as well. Make sure you do this one, since I want this video to be fast. That's why I'm ignoring some things. But if you're creating it, you have to check all these things, check the alignment and other things. So location, that's what we've got so far. Now let's go ahead and work on this layer. Let's work on the other layer. Okay, so you can see that they are all in their margins. Then here we want to add copy this to Alt and bring it to somewhere over here. So copy, Control E, then let's paste it that formatting. Let's hit enter over here. Control E. Let's make it like 20. And then let's pick our ellipse tool because we want to add some images. So shift. Now let's remove this stroke. Now Control D to add our image. So add an image from your size file. So right click and then make sure to control the fitting. Okay, there we go. Now let's duplicate it. Control Z, hold Alt and then click to replace. Let's go ahead and select this, which will be the name, and then let's hit copy. Okay, so let's use just have to use the font that we were doing with it, the first one, since I didn't create paragraph styles when doing it. That's made it a little bit difficult for me, but it is what it is. Let's say then we're going to select these two. But then let's come here. Select this. Copy. So I don't have to be doing this over, so please I want you to do it, okay? Because I can't do it over again, otherwise we are wasting a lot of time if I decide to do it over and over again. So now let's select this and bring it somewhere over here. Okay, downwards. Let's select this and bring it upwards. Then fill replace with that text. Just pin a little bit of the rule. And then we want the what do you call, Control B. So we want the text frame to be 2. Control B for text frame options. We want the column number to be 2. And hit on OK. Here we go. Copy this. Get here. Let's say W to preview it. Also, you have to check the margins, okay, because this test has gone over the margin, so you have to make sure that you check it and it doesn't cross over to the margin. Okay, now let's go to the back cover. Or yes, you have this left with the other portion. So let's go and do that one. So after that, this will be a very nice one when you see it. Now let's begin to work on this. Now we have our test 2. Let's say W. Let me go ahead and copy this. So when I bring the wheel over here, so that I can align it to it. I want to select this. Control C. Now let's select this. Control A. Then Shift Control V. Now let's come at the top over here. Then let's hold out to duplicate it. And then okay, let's pick this one. Right click and copy. Control A. Right click and paste with that formatting. Control A to select. And let's bring it somewhere here. Now, Control V to escape it. I'll click on escape. Now, then create another test frame. Let's fill it, place with that test. So with all the body copies that we did, make sure that the test is 9 points. Okay, 12 points is too big. It's too big for the eye, so make sure it's always 9 points. That's how you want it to be. Now we have to bring in our symbol that is explaining it for us. Go to file, place, then come and place this. So let's adjust it. So shift and then control and then you click and it will adjust it. Okay. Now let's copy this. I have the text over there which we have to use them. Okay, so now let's continue. We are done with this place. Now let's come over here, Control C. And then let's pick our type 2. Then Control V to paste. So 16 points is okay for this. I also want this to be Arial, to be black. I want to increase the size. Okay, this is okay for me. Let me change the color. Let's change to this one. Oh. Control A. Let's try align in center. Let's go ahead and pick let's pick one of these. Control A to select. Let's align the center. Then let's reduce the text. 25 is okay. Let's see. 25 is okay. And then let's go into our properties. First of all, let's change this to discount. Okay. And then come to our properties panel. So hold Alt and click over here. Okay, so let's add some of the right. And then left, let's reduce the left. So there's the shading, okay, and hit OK. Let's hit W to preview it. So it's okay for me. Then let's go and do another thing. Copy. And we have to create our text box, okay. So for that, let's just copy this one. Then Control E, Shift Control V, paste without formatting. Then let's fill this with placeholder text. Show you to select. I want the points to be 9 points. Right click, fill with placeholder text. Let's close it. Let's add so pick your type too, and we want to add our domain. Okay, so let's just copy it from here. There's no need for us to put Alt and then copy. There's no need for us to do it again if we have it over here. All we've got to do is just to align it, then we are good to go. Okay, so now let's go to the last one, the last part. Let's go ahead and Alt and copy this. Control A, make it caps lock W. Welcome. Now let's go into shading. So come to your properties. You can also use your control panel. Okay, so you can use your control panel and go into your paragraph options where you can also add it. Okay, Alt and click. So let's drag some over here, add some right to it. Okay, it's okay for me. Just click on OK. And then I'll duplicate this. Let me remove the border from it. Okay, let's control A. And then change the color to black. And then I want to copy this. Control A. Control A. Let's shift Control V. Okay. Let's control it. think we're almost done. Now let's bring in our test tool. Let's bring this to 9. And then right click and fill replace with a test. Okay. So this is okay for me. Now let's hit W to preview it. First, let's go back into our background. Let's look. And along the background, I want to add some elements to it. So let's hit W. So we just want to add some elements and like we are playing with it, okay? Because when you are done with this thing, okay, let's drag it to the images and elements. Now hold shift and then here we go. Okay. Now you can add various elements, okay, it depends on how you want it, because then there's not much time for me to be adding them, okay? So it depends on how you want them to be. Now I also added some contour lines, which you could also add them. So let's say if I come to my apparent, then I make sure that I'm in my background layer. And then I come to file and then place. Then I can come and place this in it. You can use your pen tool, okay? If you don't want to use anything, you can use your pen tool to draw something, anything. And you lower the opacity. And then let's go back into our main pages. And then you can see. So make sure that you make everything correct, okay? So this is what we were able to create by making a trifold brochure. So after you print your trifold brochure, everything will be aligned perfectly, and you see the kind of work that you did. So thank you for joining this lesson, and I hope you learned a great thing. I have everything placed in exercise files. You can just go into exercise files and then look it up, and so that you see that this is how to create a trifold brochure. It will look very nice when you create yours and when you use a mock-up for it. Okay, so thank you for joining this lesson. Bye bye.